Hello chat, so sorry I'm late. I was doing an unbelievable amount of editing in a very short time for one of the coolest things that I've seen in a very long time that I'm doing a sponsored video here for, and I did not get it out on time, so I'm gonna go straight back to editing once I'm done with this. But welcome back to our charity stream, day 3 of raising money for the Jimmy Fund. Welcome in everyone. How is everyone doing? Allegedly Macy says, hey, how are you doing? I asked you first. How about that? Yeah, there we go. Focus on the finger guns. Bruce, hey, welcome in. Hi. Jay Corn says, ahoy, oi. Hi, hello. And Zach says, I feel like this is the earliest you switched to live. It's because I didn't do my starting soon 5 minutes before, which is usually what I try and do. I almost never do it, by the way. I also didn't have time to put out announcements, so tell your friends, I guess. But hey, we're back. Guys, welcome to day 3 of our 3-day sprint trying to raise money for the Jimmy Fund, which is a charity endeavor that treats cancer patients as they're going through their treatment, takes care of them in a very holistic way, a way that is, not just adapting them to life while they're undergoing treatment, but also making sure that they can transition back into normal life post-treatment, especially for kids. One of the things they do is they give video games to children in need while they're in hospitals. Another thing they do is they help transition them back into school life once they get out. And of course, there's a lot that goes into the cancer research side of it as well. So we are currently trying to raise money. We have a $2,000 goal for today. Last year, we raised almost $6 grand. So my ultimate goal was to get at least that far, because we did $6 grand in I think 2 days. That being said, we have also done a lot of charity streams, so no pressure. And also the economy is kind of a shithole right now, so no worries. If we don't make it, there are some extenuating circumstances to do with the state of the world right now, so no worries. But if we can at least reach 2K, that would be amazing. And let's see. Nasser says, why did no one remind me it's Wednesday and I can still watch on Twitch? You can! It's Wednesday, it's not Thursday. But yeah, I will be having my... Oh yeah, Lucas says if we're $350 away from him eating another whole lemon. I have the lemon juice ready to go. If we raise another 84, I'll take another shot. Fuck it, actually, I'll make it 50. If we do another 50 from here, then we'll reevaluate, because it's the start of another day, start of another stream, and my stomach lining is back to normal, so I feel like I can chance it. So if someone donates $50, or if we cumulatively reach another $50, then we'll take a shot of lemon juice, just straight up, like a full like I filled this thing a pretty decent amount of way, which I've been told is actually like 2 shots, but I don't know. I just work here. Let me get the current, let's see, the goal going. So we're at $1,670 raised in 2 days, and that is so cool. Thank you guys so much. And then in the meantime, here we go. Let me make sure you guys can see it too, because otherwise, how are we gonna share in our progress if you can't see the progress? Here we are. It's gonna take a sec to load because that's how Firefox works when I'm streaming. Whoopsies. All right, here we go, and then we'll shift this up a little bit. There we are. Make sure you guys can actually see when it loads. It'll load eventually, I swear. In the meantime, how are you guys doing? You guys looking forward? Oh wait, Kashel said I feel so useless on YouTube. Yeah, let me send the dono link onto our YouTube stream as well. We've been multi-streaming for a little while now. YouTube is a little bit iffy. It's kind of hit or miss sometimes, but I just like being able to show people that we're live and we're doing things. So for me, at least, I think it's fun. But I'll put it in the description for the YouTube live stream for you guys who are watching. And then let's see. Yeah, perfect. Solid, edit video. It's so wild how they don't, at least with my multi-stream, I'm not allowed to edit my video until it's actually up, including streams and things like that. So it's always like, whoa, it's always weird. But we're good to go. I got it. We're set. So if you're watching on YouTube now, you should be able to check the description of the stream and then head straight to the dono link. Once again, $50 will get us another lemon juice shot. I'm also wondering what I should play in the meantime. Hey, Cash Cal, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the Sage level. By the way, I have oh my gosh, what is it called? Did I forget I'm forgetting the word. There was something that I said. Oh yeah, a members only video. Sorry, I'm so used to, the word subscription is in my head. I have a members only day in the life video coming out soon for all you members on YouTube. And my long form video, the next Indie TTRPG showcase, will be available to you guys at all levels, no matter what level you're at, 3 days ahead of time. So that's always fun, and always you get the little badges and things like that. Also, I have some Dr. Pepper. And a comically large straw, just for the vibes. Camarisk, hi, welcome in. J.I. Can't, hello. Also, I want to point out that Luke is on a 90 stream streak, saying if the team goal is hit 7,500, I will, I kid you not, get a real permanent lemon tattoo? Dude. What kind of style are you thinking? Oh, I'm so curious now. I kind of want to see it. Also, DPCU said, but is it the blackberry Dr. Pepper? No, it's like the vanilla Dr. Pepper. Or it's like the basic bitch Dr. Pepper. It's not like vanilla Dr. Pepper, but it's the vanilla version, if that makes sense. Cray Hack is on 40 streams in a row saying, even though it's not quite the level of some folks, cancer hits home for me. When I was 18, my uncle and dog passed away from cancer within 1 month, so I appreciate this kind of thing. A lot of my cousins are in cancer research right now. I assume you mean like on the research side and not the test subject side? Either way, still, they're doing amazing work. That's wonderful. I'm so sorry to hear about your uncle and especially your dog too. Oh god, I had a a lab actually, a yellow lab and a golden retriever, both of whom passed away due to cancer when I was kids, because, you know, retrievers. And it sucks. Cash Cow said I just subscribed as a member on YouTube for the emote. You know what? That's fair. It's a good emote. Allegedly Macy also says Dr. Pepper was the scientist. You're drinking Pepper's monster. Pepper's monster sounds like some sort of fucked up creature that Peppermint Patty would throw out during the adult-rated, not at all for kids, heavy gore version of The Great Pumpkin. HT says full John Wick happening here. Dude, I saw the craziest thing the other day. There was something called the John Wick, I think, International, where it's, hold on, JWI is the acronym, and I saw it on TikTok. No, not Jewish Women International, John Wick International? And it's like a type of jujitsu where, and it was on TikTok. It was definitely JWI. John Wick, maybe if I say jujitsu tournament? Yeah, they call it the suit jitsu as well, where you do Brazilian jiu-jitsu in full suits. And if you don't take each other out in the time limit, people start throwing fake weapons onto the field, onto the little platform. And then you can like pretend do like all the assassination moves. HT says, can you add mine on the board as well? Absolutely, HT. What have you got for us? We've got another donation, it looks like. Oh my god, yeah, we're at $1,872. No way. Thank you so much, HT. Oh my gosh, we also had JF Bruise and Tamarathon, Uncreative. We've had a lot. Oh man, oh god, oh man. Okay, so we have Hunter already on the board. I think that's where we left off last time, right? No, Hunter's not on here. Did we get just a ton of, yeah, we got a ton of donos since last time that I didn't even know about. Thank you guys so much. Hunter is $20. Thank you. We'll add you to the board with the $20 donation. And then we had Uncreative for saying for the kids and Pokemon, a little bit for the lemons. Let's see. Gosh, dang it, I'll learn how to spell the name by memory one of these days. T-I-V-E. We got there, chat, it's fine. $50, which does get Kids in Hospitals video games, something to help him out. It can be very therapeutic as well. Myodra says also Hema combat is very interesting. Yeah, same thing, same vibe. Tamarathon with $50. I need to write smaller. Oh no, Tamarathon with a solid $50 dono. Okay, there we go. And then we also had JF Bruise with $72 and Vito Tennant with another 30. Oh my, wait, was that 30 from last time? No, it's September 17th. Is that right? Were there 2 donations from Vito? Yeah, there were 2. So Vito, let me change your number to $60. Thank you. And then we also have JF Bruise. With $72. Interesting choice of digits there, but I'm here for it. And that means we have, oh my god, in total for September 17th, 30 says 150, 202, $222 for today alone. Is that right? I can't do math. Chat, is that right? I'm gonna update the goal so we know how far we are along when I switch screens here while someone does that math, but 1872, perfect. So that's 4 lemon juice shots because I didn't have time to change the goal. That's fine. I didn't move the goalpost and that's on me. Also, Vito says that I'm new here to the live streaming game. If these are really fun. It's my 3rd day in a row. Hey, welcome back for your 3rd day in a row. Twitch automatically keeps track of streaks, so it's hard for me to on my end, but if you shout it out, I'll give you a shout out. Hey, Eli also says class got canceled, so I'm here 2 nights in a row. What happened to get it canceled? Also, Nasser says basically she has to drink from the bottle, I guess, and Luger says Diana's about to take a shot. Yeah. All right, so let's see. That's not gonna work. I forgot I couldn't really open the thing last time. Let's see. I could do like probably 3 in a row pretty easy. Should I go for the full 5 and then change it? Bruce says lemon juice drags. It's not that bad. It's a little bad. At least it's not concentrated lemon juice, and my lip had time to heal a little bit. Drodan says I donated through my LLC, so it's not showing up yet. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, keep me posted if it does update. Also, Gamer says, why is it so milky? I actually don't know. Hold on. There we go. I thought I accidentally splashed it onto my computer. That's a little bit more full. Here we go. Cheers. Do a little tap. Oh, dude. Lemon juice and Dr. Pepper do not go well together. Oh god, they really don't go well together. What the fuck? I'm not even mad at the acidity. I'm mad at the combination. I'm gonna put this over here so I don't accidentally drink it. Because that's fucking horrible. It's so much worse than yesterday. I was not expecting that to be a problem. Also, HC says, would you prefer lime juice? I don't have any. I also thought about getting some real, like, proper lemons and biting into them, but I only had 2 lemons in my apartment and both of them were moldy, so I decided to just not touch that. And Creative says, maybe you need some water. You know, hydration, that's a good idea. I should do that. Also, Roly Poly Roldy, thank you so much for the gifted subs to the community, gifting 5 gifts to everyone. FTD Gamer says, life didn't give you more. Nah, I burned, what is it? What's the fucking quote again? Someone do the portal quote. Marathon says, have you considered adding sugar? Yeah, I'll just add some sugar and some water and then give it a nice stir. Nah, we're doing this properly. Cheers, chat. Here's number 2. We're doing strong. If you just don't think about it, it's totally fine. If you just, like, turn your brain off. Zach, hi. We're taking shots of lemon juice for charity again. My esophagus is on fire and not in the fun way. Well, I guess there's no fun way. I have to keep the stream PG-13, by the way. I keep forgetting that. Nodser says honey chaser on the back of your hand. Dude, yeah, what's the lemonade version of doing like a body shot? You see, like, you like drink straight lemon juice out of someone's belly button, you lick a bit of sugar off of the back of your hand, and you bite into, what, an ice cube? Zach says, I'm glad you rethought that statement. Guys, someone say hi to Zach, who's one of my favorite people in the space, truly. We're doing number 3. We donated, what, $272 so far within the first, what, 10 minutes? So that's 5 shots per my rules. I am changing it. Fuck. I'm changing it so it's like 100 next time, but cumulative 100. So, Lucas says lemon drop cocktails. Am I a joke to you? I'm right here. Shit, that's a good point. Also, Angel says PG-13 lasted for 30 seconds. They said no excessive swearing, but also Catherine's cool, so don't worry about it. Zach says no you. No you. Cheers. I'm gonna get lemon juice on my camera. I think it's just bad lemon juice, dude. It really tastes like, you know how, oh god, on my lip. No. You know how, the white part of, someone says donate before she changes it? No, fuck you guys. Hold on. Hold on. We'll say, I'm feeling okay so far, but it also probably hasn't even hit my stomach yet. 100? No, 75. Fuck it. We're on the last day. We're trying to raise money out here. $75 for the next lemon juice shot. That's cumulative, so we're 15? 12 of the way there. No, 22. 22. I think. Anyway, Palpatine's Fist says, does anyone... Oh wait, Zactafan says, did you refrigerate it last night? Yeah, you're not supposed to? Wait, that's what I did. Oh no. I did, but it tastes better. It tastes like the white part. It tastes still sour, but also it feels like I'm biting into straight lemon peel, not even lemon itself. It's not even the good part. Gosh, I said we need to get a dono goal for a lemon shot with a Dr. Pepper chaser. I don't know if that's that bad. if the pepper comes after? Nah, it's not bad with the Dr. Pepper afterwards. Antacid would be advised. Shit, I should have done that. Ooh. I should have bought some. I've been out for a while. I saw the other day I was going through my medicine cabinet doing some cleaning and throwing away all the old expired stuff, and I saw a whole bunch of Tums in there that were expired, and I threw them away. But realistically, they can't be that bad, right? Like, they're Tums. This is also I just want to point out, this is a stream that is raising money for medicine research. That does not mean I'm an expert when it comes to medicine in any form. I might work in the industry, but man, I shouldn't. Rolly says a vinegar shot. I don't have vinegar lying around. I just ran out of white vinegar for my... No, Drodane says I just donated $75 as small of a shot as you want. Listen, Drodane, I'm gonna commit. I'm not gonna chicken out. I'll do a full shot. Watch me. Although I'm down for, I need 3 more. Hey, we reached, yeah, $2,075. You guys, we hit it. We hit today's, well, technically yesterday's goal. Today's goal was gonna be $3,000. So I'll update that in a sec, but for right now, let's celebrate reaching $2,075 raised for the Jimmy Fund, thanks to Drodane and Daydreamer. Daydreamer, hi! Thank you. Zach says, wait, what? Are we researching a certain condition? Oh, yeah, this isn't a sponsor. It's a charity. So the Jimmy Fund is, let me do this. I ignore the fact that I was just Googling John Wick Jiu-Jitsu. If you use ! Jimmy Fund, chat, this is for you too. You can get more information about what the Jimmy Fund does. And it's essentially an organization that also works alongside or is part of the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. And so they help raise money to fund cancer research, but they also do a lot with regards to treating the actual human being who is undergoing treatments, you know, so not just treating them like a patient, but treating them like a human being and making sure that they have things like, you know, if they're a kid, video games in hospitals while they're going through their treatment. Making sure they get, sorry, my salivary glands are going apeshit right now. Making sure that they get accustomed to normal life, helping house and take care of family members while they're accompanying people who are undergoing treatment, things like that. And they're an amazing institution. I meant to go visit them when I was in Boston, but I was in a wildly different part of Boston, so I couldn't make it. But there's a lot of information about what exactly your money is going towards. So for example, since we just had a donation from Daydreamer for $128, I believe the $150 overall, let me see what it says. I think it says it's like housing. I fully forgot. It's really small on my screen, so I can't see it. But you can kind of see, people are talking about John Wick Jiu-Jitsu, also known as John Jitsu. I'll show you guys in a sec. But this right here, if you're watching on a desktop screen, will tell you all the different ways that your money can go to help people in need and help it with research in a very like holistic way. Not holistic as in medicine, but like taking care of the whole person is more what I mean. But Daydreamer says, great aunt lost her battle back in 2021. Just trying my best to make it easier for everyone else going through it. That's amazing, Daydreamer. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry about your aunt. We've had a lot of people pop in with similar stories where their family members have been either currently going through it, like Hashkal's mom, or have passed away due to cancer. It's nice to have that camaraderie in that sort of sense where, how do I put this? Like, you're not alone. And the amount of people going through it is... where am I hearing my voice? Oh, this has sound on. Oh, whoops. There we go. I mentioned the other day, but everyone at this point, especially as you age, more and more people you know, or, you know, are friends with or family with, or undergo some sort of cancer scare or have to go through treatment or lose their lives to cancer. So it gets very close before you know it. And so I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And thankfully, we're doing a lot here to help. So thank you so much to the Daydreamer. Drodane is lurking. Have a good night. Also, hi, Akoto. How's it going? Wait, HT says, what's that quote from Norm Macdonald about how it's not a loss, but a draw because the cancer dies too? That's true. That's fair. That's a more positive way of thinking of it. All right. Welcome to the board of Citrus Sentinels, Daydreamer. I'm going to toss your name in over here. And thank you so much for being one of our triple-digit donors for $128. Is it 8? Yeah, $128. And then Drodane, of course. Drodane for $75. We have a lot of lemon juice to drink. And I'm starting to wonder if I have enough. I could just like finish this whole thing. It's about that full, if that helps. Like this. You can kind of see, actually, hold on. This might be, now I kind of wish I had gotten more. Can you guys see the level there? Yeah, there you go. You can see how full it is. Let's see. Rolly says we can do hot sauce. I don't have any hot sauce in my house, unfortunately, because I have no spice tolerance, and I didn't think that would be I didn't think we'd run out of lemon juice, to be honest. You guys are doing amazing. Also, Notster says that's more shots than you owe us. No, it can't be. Is it? Let me see. Let me do this. So how many do I owe you now? Oh, can one of my mods do the math? If we got an additional 120 something plus another 75, so that'd be another over 200. So I think I'm down 3 or 4. Oh man. Also, Alina over on TikTok says drink the juice from a jar of jalapeno slices. I did once, and it's way worse than testing the slices. Really? I don't have any jalapenos. I have pickle juice. But that's about it. And that's not even that bad. I think people drink that recreationally, right? Also, HT says, what's the money to shot ratio? I feel like I should move it to the overlay, shouldn't I? Let's see if I run out of lemon juice before we continue on with that. Because I don't want to promise anything before, if I have to, I can't run to the store in the middle of stream, unfortunately, so. Cheers. My stomach's starting to feel a little weird, but we're gonna ignore that because we're still early. How far into stream are we? We're less than half an hour into stream. Oh my god. Really, my only goal is to not get it in the cut again. Yeah, let's do another one right off that because I feel like if I draw it out, it's gonna be worse. Also, Cash said update the donations. Oh, shit, again? You guys aren't giving me time to suffer. Here we are. God, my salivary glands. $2,200 raised, you guys! We had other donations from DBCU and Nimbus Comics saying, Nimbus says this donation acts as one veto to balance the chat sadism. Oh shit, we have negative shots, dude. Does that mean I should take a shot of like water? Kashka said, but having all the condiments in the fridge, they expired for the most part, or have been cycled out. The most I have is sriracha. They aren't spicy, is the thing. $2,200? Absolutely. So here we are. We have DVC with $25. I can read. DVC, I'll add you in over here with the $25 donation from our amazing mod. And then the other one was Nimbus Comics, who is vetoing one of these shots. Thank you so much. That means that we're well on our way to our next goal of $3,000. Let me see, 100 from Nimbus, another triple-digit donor, and Nasser says, are you clearing everything out for Australia? It was like fall cleaning. I like coming back home to a nice, clean apartment, so I always do some cleaning like right before I leave on any large trip, or even any small trip. If I leave for the weekend for PAX, I always do some cleaning then. But $2,200 is what we're at. Let me update the overlay for you guys. And then I'm gonna go through and update the actual like goal here. Let me see. Yeah, $3 grand. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, by the way. I brag about you guys all the time to like other creators and things like that because you are genuinely so thoughtful and I don't know, just the best people, truly. You guys are great. Luke says I got my lemon slices to eat now and my lemon pudding as a chaser. Dude, I don't know if that's a good chaser or not. I don't know if that helps. Also, Lucas says, I'm out of fruit, so I can't eat another if we hit 3K, but I'll go towards the team goal. There you go. And H2 says, I think he's talking about drinking everything in our fridge. Oh my god. Oh no. The thing is, I moved all my shit to like the squeeze bottle containers, so they're not in their original packaging, and I didn't write down their expiration date, so that might actually kill me. I just haven't used my sauces, is how I've been avoiding that problem. You know. Wow. A bit of like sour spit just went down the wrong pipe, which is horrible. I never want to say sour spit again. Here we are. We're gonna do two more shots, I think. And I think that gets us caught up with the veto of one of them from Nimbus, I believe. And then we'll see how much lemon juice we have left. I don't know if we'll have enough for another shot incentive. I really wasn't expecting to get through it that fast. St. Andrew says, no, I know, I'm so sorry. Also, Nostra says, a novel solution. The avoidance could be worse. Here's, a cheers to, oh my god, you can see me through this. Hello? Hi. Do a little dancey dance. There we go. Cheers. Myodra with a God, my stomach. I can feel it dissolving something in there, and I don't want to find out what. If I start like vomiting blood, someone call 911 on my behalf. Send them to my PO box, and they'll figure it out from there. Zacravine says, "Let us know when you're up at 3 a.m. with acid reflux." I feel like I should DoorDash some Tums. But Nimbus says, "My therapist says blurry lemon juice diet isn't real. Blurry lemon juice diet can't hurt you." And Cashcal said, "Sounds like a new jelly bean flavor for Bean Boozled. Sour spit." Oh, they already have the vomit flavor. I don't want to think about the vomit flavor right now, actually. Fuck that sentence. I'm abandoning that. Lucas says, "Just have the 911 deliver the treat stream. If you survive it, you'll have a snack." Yeah, that's true. An incentive. Myodra says, "Take some base." What's basic? I don't have milk because I don't drink milk fast enough and it just kind of expires and I feel bad, so I don't buy it much. I have eggs. Night Frost says lemon juice gummy bears. Also, someone said something, Myodra was talking about like lemon juice or lemonade being just citric acid in Australia. Is that true? Also, Nimbus says the Tums you threw out, I thought they were expired. I was told that they probably weren't a good idea to eat. I don't know. Also, Vito says, "Just remember your pain is for a good cause." Yep. This is for you, cancer patients. Oh my god, also, I forgot to mention, our stream for Blizz is happening this weekend. He is currently undergoing cancer treatment for the exact type of cancer that I was almost diagnosed with. Shit sucks. It makes you incredibly fatigued. It makes you just sick in so many different ways at once. And it's like having every single illness you've ever had in your life all at the same time, because it fucks with specifically your immune system. And it's just weird, it's uncomfy, your entire body hurts. So we're raising money to help support him while he undergoes treatment. He has plenty of IRL support from friends bringing him to and from, the doctor's offices and things like that. But obviously, that makes it really fucking hard to stream, and his entire job, his entire career is focused around, being a solo content creator. And so we want to help support him so he doesn't have to worry about all that sort of stuff, and doesn't have to worry about, potential loss of revenue and have to force himself to do things like stream or other shit while he's undergoing cancer treatment. So we're raising money for him this weekend over on Project Medusa's channel. I'm, having a hard time here. Jesus fuck. Grindod, hi, welcome in. So that's gonna be over on Project Medusa's channel on Saturday, where I'm gonna be DMing a game for the first time. The announcement, the full one, is on my Instagram. Let's see here. I think this is basically the second to last one. There's not a lot of liquid still left in here, so I think this might be the second to last. Also, HC says, "Whoa, my 9-month anniversary is tomorrow. My subscription is now a wee baby." Yeah, your subscription is ready to be born. Congrats. And Lucas says, "Find out when you go to Australia." Is this really a thing? Hold on, Australian. I'm gonna get rid of John Wick Jiu-Jitsu. Australian citric acid drink? Would I Google that? Solo. There's a drink called Solo that is only in Australia. Let me show you guys this. It's an Australian lemon flavored carbonated soft drink manufactured by some brewery. Its lemon flavor is inspired by Australian pub's traditional and popular non-alcoholic pub squash beverage. Pub squash? Squash is a non-alcoholic beverage with syrup used. Oh, so wait. Does that mean grenadine is a squash? Is grenadine a gourd? HC says it's an Australian Four Loko. Dude, do they still have normal Four Loko? I don't think I can talk about Four Lokos on this stream. Not for this one, but let's see. It's got, there's a hard rated version. Never mind. We already went over it. We already can't talk about it, and I already went too far. Let's see. Lucas says, "I'm gonna eat this horrible citrus on Discord while we watch Twitch if anyone wants to hang." Yeah, we're gonna do a little group party. And then Nonser says, "Think cordial." Oh, okay. Myodra also says, "Solo is amazing." Myodra, are you from Australia? In the meantime, we are gonna pop in and play some games. I'm wondering if I should hop back into peek to see if I can get that solo bit. Gamer girl peeks solo. Well, for charity. What a headline. But we can place a peek, see if I can make it up there in time. Cause there is a badge for doing it in under an hour, and there's also a badge for doing it solo. And do I have the confidence to be able to do either of those things? Fuck no, but I'm gonna give it a shot. While we continue to raise money. Once again, the new goal is $3,000. We've already done amazing. The initial one was only like 600, so y'all are fantastic. And before we hop into the game proper, here's oh god, even looking at this is making my salivary glands go crazy. Here's the second to last lemon juice shot. I hesitated too long in that one. You never want to hesitate. Hesitation is the downfall of man, or whatever they said. And then we only have enough juice for maybe a third of the last one. Nippus says we're gonna watch Diana die on stream today. You betcha. I can take this now or I can save it. Thoughts? Night Frost says lemon squares. I don't think I've had a lemon square in like several years. Oh man, HG says that lemon was dehydrated. And DBC is gonna lurk. Also, Uncreated says you can also do it on the easiest mode. Oh shit, that's a good point. I didn't know you could get badges on that. I mean, I guess, yeah, I farmed a couple. Man. HG says it's hip to be lemon square. Hi Moon over on YouTube. And Jack of Trade says, oh, this is one of my favorite games of all time, not gonna lie. Yeah. Is it Mesa or Alpine today? I haven't checked. I haven't played in a few days, so I've lost track. Apparently they've made it so it just like switches. Oh no. And goes from like Alpine to Mesa. Alpine to Mesa like every other day. I've never seen the Mesa Tomb, and it's been a hot second since I've seen a Mesa at all actually, but we'll do this last bit of lemon juice. Cheers. I don't know why I keep cheersing. You got here. Cheers. Here we go. So the last of the lemon juice, and to you guys for raising so much money. St. Andrews' lemon juice rose enamel. Acid reflux. May change your pH balance? No. Really? It would take a lot of lemon juice to change your pH balance, I imagine. Right? Probably? Maybe? I thought so. Let's hop into the game and find out the hard way here in the next like hour or so while we wrap up the stream. I'm gonna put some headphones on as well so you guys can hear. Perfect. And then let me make sure TikTok can hear everything. Yeah, awesome. Let's get into it. I'm not good at this game, by the way. It's just easy for me to talk to you guys while playing it. So, oh, St. Andrew wants me to hydrate? I can do that. Gosh, my lips. Androno says, if that would change pH, or you'd need a lot, then why do people drink cranberry juice? I thought cranberry juice was like a UTI thing. Oh no. Oh, I missed. I was gonna try and do a running jump on the treadmill again. But we got your hydrate down. We're gonna balance it out a little. That's probably my bad, is not drinking like any water today prior to this either. Lucas says I love cranberry apple or crapple juice. Cranberry apple juice is fantastic. Do you guys remember when you were a kid and you couldn't have, I'm gonna do normal difficulty, when you couldn't have champagne at Thanksgiving, so you got Martinelli's? Also, Night Frost wants me to do a posture check. I can actually do that. Also, Andronymous says clamato juice, though. Oh, God. Cranberry tomato? And Mr. Max says cranberry mango juice slaps. Yeah. Night Frost wants me to untrip my spine. Here we go. We'll use the proper pillow and everything. I wish you could do something with these shells, dude. They look so... I don't know. I wish you could just, like, throw them at someone. They don't have to be useful. It's just for funsies. I also forgot I'm supposed to be doing this in under an hour. So let's just get in there and get going. We'll shove this here, this here. All of the stuff that I won't need in an emergency, I suppose, we'll just go ahead and shove in the backpack so that way I can grab some coconuts. And bing bong, you're staying here this time. Don't worry, buddy, I'll get help. There's nothing over here I need. And we're good. Let's get it, chat. Clam tomato, says Andronimo. Oh, Jesus. Also, Yerba Dank says cranberry juice is my go-to. Yeah, cranberry grape is a thing. cranberry, cherry, cranberry, mango. I feel like, have I seen grape mango before, or is that unexplored territory? Also, not since I proved the posture check, that lumbar pillow needs raising. It really... I just need to be able to scoot my chair in further into my desk, honestly. It's just that my PC is huge. It shows up very briefly in one of my unboxing videos, like the full size of it compared to me, and it's massive. So it's hard for me to scoot. I can't scoot my chair in any further closer to my desk because it's just in the way. Uncreative says Bing Bong is now not only divorced, he's also stranded alone. It's not his first time feeling stranded and alone. After the proceedings went through and his ex-wife moved out, he felt even more alone than he does now, so he'll be fine. Here we are. I guess we'll just hop up right up close to the mountain and see how far we can get. I'm not seeing an immediate easy way up, but I'm thinking this might be fastest if we head this way. Perhaps. The music's kicking in. We're feeling good. Our stomach's feeling awful, but we're feeling good. I think there's maybe a way. Let's see. Whoop! Almost got stabbed there. I'm trying to mildly speedrun this, so I don't want to spend too much time on the luggage and things. But I think if we go up that way and then cross over to the far left and kind of zigzag our way up, that'd be the move. Or hear me out, chat. We just how far is this gonna get me? Let's see. There's more than one way to speedrun something. Let's do that. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, can I do this solo? Oh, I don't know if I can use a cannon solo. Well, I've got 2 feet in, so I'm assuming so. Can I? Oh, no. Okay. Fingers crossed, chat. Damn it. All right, uncross your fingers, chat. It was worthless. Lucas says the pudding cuts the taste of the lemon. Really? It doesn't make it worse somehow? Wild, but you know what? Glad you found a cheat sheet. A little hack. I couldn't inch the cannon off to the side a little more, only because will this work? Yes. Because the urchin would have been in the way a little bit too much if I wanted to actually light it. All right, let's try this. We'll take a breather here. Wait, why am I still... Oh, there we go. I was like, why am I still losing stamina? Lucas also says, as it turns out, pudding is meant to be just eaten. I mean, last I checked, that was the lore. Yeah. Andromeda says, try again. I didn't cross my fingers. I blame you wholeheartedly then. I'm actually going to drink this, because I think we'll have plenty more as we go. And I want to bypass all this stuff, so that way I can get to the top faster. It's going to make me a little eepy, but it's fine. We'll survive. Oh god, I forgot the fog actually rises. I've been playing too much Tenderfoot. Ooh! Oh, there's very few things in there that will make it worth it to open when you're playing solo, so I'm just gonna keep going. Wait for the music to kick in. We'll watch the sunset together, chat. We'll hold hands. Night Frost says, I wonder what Bing Bong themed dice would be like. I feel like the better question is, what class would Bing Bong be? Because my gut instinct is rogue. Or like some sort of evil-ish, evil-coded subclass of warlock. What if you make Bing Bong into a warlock patron? Myodra says Bard. Bard is also a very good choice. That's a very solid call. Let's go this way, actually. And then we'll do a little bit of climbing up here. I feel like this is actually pretty decent. Bing Bong is Bing Bong's own patron. Bing Bong just believes in himself that much. Can you imagine being your own patron in D&D or a TTRPG? Also, Vito says, to help with acid in your stomach, try eating a banana or drinking ginger tea. Guys, y'all assume I have so many groceries that I just I simply don't. I haven't really gone any grocery shopping in a while. I've been gone too much. It just expires while I'm away. Let's do... No, please. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna eat some airline food so that way I get some more energy back. And from there, what's good here? Let's go this way. I shouldn't have done a running jump there. That was on me. That was bad. I don't even need to be up here. What have I done? Let's go this way. I don't like this path. It's very, very zigzaggy. Let's see, Myodra says he inspires the hearts of players. That's so true, actually. He's just kind of like a little helping hand. He doesn't really do that much, but my god, he still feels... You feel good having him around. Someone contact the team at Aggro Crab. I feel like they need to know the answer to this all-important question. Go this way. I'm having so much better luck doing this than I did last time. Last time was just miserable. I mean, y'all were there. Maybe if we go straight up? That bush has to be on something. Yeah, there we go. And then Nimbus says, your patron is you from the future, ensuring that you rise to power. I think I actually heard a story in chat one time from someone who did that. And they had, like, their future self be their patron because they were, like, so wildly powerful. I don't know how that would work in, like, a time loop sort of, like, paradox prevention thing, though. Someone smarter than me is gonna have to figure that out. Time loop things have never really been my shit. I'm not good at knowing how a time loop would potentially work in theory. Oh, no. Oh, God. Nice. Because I know you can't, like, touch yourself, right? Or else you explode. Be cool, chat. You, like, create a hole in the world or whatever, and then the universe gets destroyed. Is it the universe gets destroyed if you touch yourself while you're time traveling? Or is it... Be cool! Or is it if you come into contact with yourself? Sorry, God. Wait, yeah, Nonster says your future, you drawing on your past selves for power, is the future somehow. But that's too much of a paradox, because that wouldn't feasibly work, right? Would it? Let's go this way. I think I can make this. Oh, I no longer think I can make this. But I might be able to make that. Yeah. That's what we call pivoting. HG says, just don't bet on sporting events. And Eli says, so much for PG-13. Well, I tried. You can't say that I didn't try. It's the last day. We gotta pull out all the stops. Also, HG says it depends on your interpretation of time travel. How did it work in the Avengers? Because they figured some shit out, right? Where it was like they created a multiverse, or the stones created a multiverse or something. And then something happened where it was like kind of fine that they went back in time and then manipulated the course of reality, and by putting the stones back afterwards and putting them back where they belonged, it ended up being totally okay and there were no consequences. Yeah, they replaced the stone after use. But did they... Some very happy music all of a sudden. That was very loud and caught me off guard. But did they replace it like exactly where they took it? And at that point, why would they have to? If there are infinite multiverses and infinite possibilities or whatever the fuck, then why not just, like, take the stone and keep it? I guess. Also, Saint says, good luck with the tummy ache. It's already setting... It's getting there. I can feel it getting worse as I continue to stream. I'm talking, so that way I don't focus on it. It creates a new timeline. So yeah, why bother going back to the old timeline, then? Andronima says they found a Mobius strip. If they didn't bring the stones back, it would make some wild stuff. Oh. I didn't watch the Ant-Man movie that came in between them. And so I didn't really understand what he was doing and how he was the key to all of it. Or the car was or something. It messes up the timeline, says Nightfrost. Oh, I see. Kevin, over on YouTube, says my favorite patron in D&D was from 2nd edition. It was the god of pronunciation and profit. That's a cool god. I could use anything that I could pronounce. Oop. There we go. Oh, that is tempting. That is tempting right there. Maybe there's an anti-grav rope. Shit. The worst possible item. Except for the Bugle of Friendship would be mildly worse. Let's see. I could use anything I could pronounce, but only cast it if I made a profit off of the casting. Interesting. Did he get a piece of the profit or something? Perhaps? Why does it look like... Oh, the leaves always look like that. I swear they look less green than before. They look more yellowish. Is that just me? Am I going crazy? I mean, I definitely am, but... You know, I just need some reassurance here. Nightfrost says, is there a god of baking in D&D? No, but I believe my world has a god of food, specifically. There are gods of, like, food and home and, like, hearth and taking care of other people. So I imagine it would, to some degree, kind of fall along that same level of taking care of others. Oh, yes, an energy drink. This will help us a lot, actually. For speedrunning, energy drinks are pretty solid. Let's see. Uncreative says a bugle of friendship they took out of the pool for solo runs. Good! Thank God. That was such a dumb thing to have in solo runs. Oh, man. Let me... Yeah, I've got tons of room. Why am I holding so much stuff? Good God. Let's go over here. Let's just tackle it head on, chat. Let's see what's happening. I think we might be... Oh, jeez, there's a lot of these little windy things. We might be able to go up them, actually. Seems like not the worst jungle. Which is suspicious, because usually they're a lot worse than this. There's no more luggage down here, so we're just gonna go for it. Yay. Not too bad. JF Bray says, a myconid god that ruled over baking and brewing would be neat. Wait, that's such a good idea! Can you imagine a god of sourdough, dude? That would be so sick. That also kind of implies that the myconids would have brewing, and that myconids could get drunk. Is it a god of myconids, or a god that just happens to look like a myconid? That's my question. Either way, can you imagine the myconid god having like a subsect, or like a demigod, a lesser demigod that's its child that just decided to completely defect over to serving humans and decided to go into the full capitalism side of it, where they're like, yeah, Dad, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to live in the Underdark. These people invented bread. They invented beer, dude. Why would I hang out with all y'all where there's no light when I could have a nice hoagie? Let's see. Palpatine's Vest says, sorry, stick brain does not want to brain, and typing on my phone is never fast to begin with, so by the time my comments get through, we're probably onto a different topic. Oh no, I think I just missed it. I think I just didn't see it. Let's see if we can make up this, perhaps. I'm not confident, but... Oh shit, wait, no, we can go up here. Yeah, oh, I'm super confident. Yay! Also, are these edible? These are edible. Let's go. This is a solid run so far, chat. Nothing could possibly go wrong. In theory. Where do I want to go next, though? I kind of want to head in that way. Because I feel like it's less dangerous. Marginally. Hup. And then hup. And we might be able to take this vine? No, I don't think we can. Not unless we go up and then across that way. Will I be able to make... I don't think I'll be able to make that without an energy drink. So let's just chug something real fast. And then zoom up. Oh, not the rain! This happened last time! Oh god, please. Please! Yes, okay. It was still worth it, but my god, that was... It's like living in Portland again. Anytime you feel even slightly sad or slightly like you're about to give up, the rain is like, you know what? Yeah, you should. Dirty Sant says, God of Sourdough's immortal flame is just the original starter that's continuously fed by its worshipping cult. That's such a good idea. Also, Kevin says, with the god of profit and pronunciation, I had to make a profit factoring in components, but I also factored in supply and demand. So is the DM's answer to players treating me as useless except as a heal bot all day at a con? Wild. Supply and demand. I just wouldn't want to have to deal with the concept of profit in my TTRPGs, to be honest. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, we're gonna have to chance it. Oh, they're fire? Chat, I thought those were poison. I did not know that was fire. That's on me. Well. Let's give it one more shot. That wasn't a good enough run. Also, Nightfrost says, minor god proposal, the god of yeast. Can you imagine pissing off the god of yeast and having an infection afterwards? Cinder, hey, says, are you playing with other people and or playing for a while? I got invited to play on stream with some Aussies in a few hours. I will not be, I'm kind of trying to do like this solo badge right now, and I'm also not on for another couple hours. I gotta go straight back to editing after this for a video that I definitely should have done earlier. But we do need to play sometime. I'd be super down. The game is really fun if you haven't played yet. But I don't have time to hang with the Aussies, I fear. That being said, should I do Tenderfoot? Nah, let's do it normally again. Back into it. Back on that horse. Cinder says, let's get something together for After Packs and TwitchCon. We should. Also, are you coming to TwitchCon? I forget. Did I ask you that already? Also, Nico says, have you played Disco Elysium? I haven't on stream, but I have a little while ago. It's been ages, and honestly, I liked the game. I really like the cosplays I see of it. I feel like it started off strong and then didn't quite grip me as much as I think it did other people. And I think that's also just a me thing. I played it over a pretty spread out amount of time, and I kind of just got a bit tired of some of the mechanics and some of the, like, how much it... What's the Family Guy thing where it insists upon itself? Cinder says, no, I'm barely a streamer, but maybe if I do more streaming this year, I will next year. You should. It's a fun time. It's a solid,
Hello,
like...
Diana. High five.
Hi! Ah! Hello! Welcome back. Equinox, good to see you. Cinder says, if I do more streaming this year, I will next year. So TwitchCon is a lot of fun. It's a very good party con. It's a very good relaxed con. There are a fuck ton of partners, though. So the partner party gets, like, kind of claustrophobic. But they have, like, you know, different, like, panels that are actually pretty decent for getting started on streaming and things like that. And, like, how to grow, and that are relatively, like, it's genuinely good advice, but also there's like a tabletop community meetup and things like that. It's a nice relaxed con. For people like us who are in tabletop gaming, we don't have to work throughout the entire time, which is quite nice. But Cinder says, do partnered YouTubers get into the partner parties? I think if you're a partner YouTuber at the TwitchCon parties, they actually like spit on you and break your kneecaps and then tell you never to come back. No, I think it's fine. I don't think they'd let you in, but still. Have you been to... What, do you have thoughts on VidCon, actually? Cinder says, then I gotta go. Let's do the route we did last time, chat. I don't know why I'm going up here. This is not part of the route we did last time. I'm just wasting time. Cinder says, I would go, but I don't know much about it, to be honest. We can talk offline about it if you're ever curious. If you're ever curious about going, chat with me first about it, because I have opinions, and I don't know if they're relevant to you, or if you might just be like, worth it anyway. You can also talk to, oh my gosh, Smoking Glue Guns, Whitney. She has some pretty solid, like, opinions as well from the vendor side. It's an interesting con, I'll give it that. Let's munch on some trail mix. And also, let's chug these sports drinks. There's really no reason not to, now that I think about it, which means I probably could have taken that cannon, but I'm not good at cannons. Ghost, hey, and Ginger Dysphoria, amazing name, welcome in. Good to see both of you guys. Thanks so much for the follows. I guess we'll just munch on this trail mix too, why not? And then we're gonna head up this way. Let's see. Nico says, oh, okay, I'm kind of obsessed with it because I'm right at the end of my first playthrough. I need to do more fan art. Ooh, yeah. Dude, the fan art of that game goes so hard. Same with the cosplays. Some people really get like the style of the, like, I guess like the art style of the character designs down really well, and they do like some wild like watercolor-ish face paint and stuff. They do some cool stuff. Do I have another energy drink? I don't. Shoot. Is this gonna work? It will, but barely. Oh, come on. Let me stand here. Nope. Okay, that was a bad call. That was a bad gamble. Come on. Yes. Finessed it. Let's see. Ginger says hi. And Equinox says, I can't afford the hotel cost of going to TwitchCon. That's also true. I don't really know what the cost is like, but I know what the area is like, and I wouldn't be surprised that it's pretty expensive. The San Diego Convention Center is huge. It's also where they have like San Diego Comic-Con, of course, and things like that. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if hotels just know the con schedule well enough to really inflate prices. I heard from a vendor at PAX West, I believe, that they've started doing this thing. Oh, that looks dangerous. Where they just start booking hotels for the next year, like 365 full days in advance. And so as they're checking out 1 year, they'll take that opportunity at the front desk to then, you know, book for the year after. Which is a wild move, but also it works because the hotels don't know that the con is coming yet, so they save so much money doing that. So if you go to the same con year after year, it's worth it. And Iteration says, cons terrify me, my social anxiety skyrockets. You know, I think at the very least, tabletop cons aren't that bad because no one really talks to you. Everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. And people at the booths and stuff aren't pushy or anything, so it's quite nice. And everyone around you is a nerd. So you really have that, and everyone, I don't know, I feel a lot more comfortable going to them because I'm the same way. I don't have a lot of social anxiety anymore, but my God, I used to. Being a content creator helped out a lot with that, but I still have introversion to the point where I'm walking around a con floor and I'm like, oh my God, I hope no one talks to me. At least not when I'm like, when I'm not, that's like a TwitchCon and VidCon and things like that. And no one really does. I love it when you guys talk to me though. At tabletop cons, ones where I'm working, please talk to me. I honestly always feel so bad because every time I get home from a con, I open up my Instagram DMs and I see so many messages from people who are like, hey, I saw you, but I was too scared to come up and say hi. And I'm like, fucking why? I'm not that scary. Hey, Serini says, Peak, I've been meaning to play. You should, it's super fun. It's honestly really cozy, and this map today has been really nice so far. It's been very good to me. It's been very easy. Suspiciously easy. I did also die once, but we're gonna ignore that. That was just a bad, a bad choice on my part. Let's see. Night Frost says, you don't seem like an introvert, you seem like an extrovert. That's because after stream, I go and stare at a wall for about 2 hours to make up the energy. It's a very concentrated effort, same with like when I'm doing any sorts of videos, or even when I'm hanging out on a Discord call with my friends. It's like, I can only be there for a certain amount of time, and it's very much, like, very, very draining, I guess is the quickest way to put it. Where am I going? Will this work? Nope. Let's go back that way, I think. Hopefully I'm not wasting too much time for this 1 hour run badge. Nika says, I've only done a rough sketch of Kim and started to screen print the Inland Empire and Shiver skills. That's cool. And then might put something beautiful is happening on the front. Ooh. And then Cinder says, how much of TwitchCon and VidCon are the kind of shittier sides of the Twitch YouTuber influencer stuff? Maybe an offline convo, but this has been part of my hesitation. So at the very least at TwitchCon, they will, industry side and like human being side, people will treat you very differently if you are a partner versus if you are a affiliate. It's because they put it on your badge, which is kind of, I get why, but their badge will say whether or not you're a community member. So if you just don't have, you know, a following to become an affiliate, or if you're I think there's one for mods as well. And then there's one for partners, and then one for affiliates. And people really, like, a friend I know who, I'll not name them for the sake of, you know, in case they don't want to be named for this particular instance, but they stated that when they went to TwitchCon, they would be hanging out with their partner friends, and it was very clear whenever different companies would just, like, kind of ignore them and talk explicitly to the partners about whatever they had going on, and they wouldn't really give them the time of day, which was pretty shitty. And especially when you see them visibly look down at your badge and then turn their attention to the people who have the purple mark, you know? Serena says, I've also felt this trying to plan DragonCon for next year. Oh gosh, yeah. I didn't know DragonCon prep was already happening. I feel like it just happened. As for VidCon, it's just all kids was my experience. And that's just, you know, just what I saw. My content doesn't cater to children. But there was a lot of like very small children just kind of wandering around with their parents, and it was like borderline uncomfortable, especially because so many of them had their phones out on selfie sticks, and they were like going up to other 12-year-olds being like, oh, what kind of content do you do? Like, follow for follow? Do you want to follow me and I'll follow you back? Or like, we should collab sometime. And just kind of like throwing those terms out there without, I don't know. It's interesting seeing so many people who want to do what we want to do, which is cool, you know? But at the same time, I feel like it's not the sort of career that someone at that age should be investing into so early. But I'm also of the opinion that children just shouldn't be on the internet, so. Yeah. Cinder says, oof, follow for follow is like the MLM content. And that's the other thing too, is they don't know they haven't had time to learn they're trying to go full into it. So they haven't had time to learn the social conventions of how content actually works. They're just like, oh yeah, I just point a camera at myself and then I'm fine. And it's like, well, first of all, maybe don't do that at your age, because people can be weird on the internet and that's not great. And I don't know if you know how to handle that yet. And then also, like, the actual, I don't know, I don't want to say business side of it, but it is a business, you know? But also the conventions of how things, the social conventions, I mean, not physical conventions, of how you interact with other creators, how you interact with businesses, how you should be focusing your time. And I know they have all the time in the world as kids, but like at the same time, maybe they should consider not spending it on content creation as young as they are. And maybe I'm just a pessimist, but I've also been on the internet quite a long time, so. But yeah, anyway. Off of my soapbox. Soapbox. Not a soap block. But Bug says, I'm very excited for TwitchCon and my cool little affiliate badge. Yeah. Hell yeah. TwitchCon's also very fun. Like, I fucking love the energy there and the vibes. And I like it a lot more than VidCon. VidCon seems... TwitchCon is... When people go and vent at TwitchCon, they're there to be a part of people's experience. And obviously profit is a part of it, but you will walk away with, like, free things from basically every booth at TwitchCon because people are genuinely trying to give you samples and trying to immerse themselves in whatever your internet culture is. And then VidCon has more of the vibe that the vendors there are trying to be the culture. They're very... I almost don't know how to describe it. it's very much about them, and it feels like a patchwork of different vendors that may or may not mix in with the culture of what YouTube is actually trying to be. And to be fair, YouTube's been around a long time. It doesn't have a culture anymore. I mean, it does, audience side, but like, it's not, it's kind of disparate, and it's been trying to do a lot of different things. It's YouTube TV, YouTube Music, short form is a new thing, streaming only recently got doable, and so it's interesting. Let's see. My editor says, are you in Melbourne in Games Week? I haven't looked into it. When is it? I'm gonna be there for basically like the weekend of TwitchCon, and then the weekdays leading up, or sorry, TwitchCon, of PAX, and then the weekdays leading up to it. But I'm not there for a super long amount of time prior. Ooh, do you think I can make that?
Those cons seem
yes.
so fun, but it's such a trek to the other side of the country.
Hey, 3D! Saying it's a trek to the other side of the country. Yeah! At least you have like East and stuff like that, which are readily accessible to a degree. That's the closest I can think of. Unplugged is also a really solid one. Those are pretty much the only like major East Coast ones. Also, New York Comic Con. I don't know if you ever go to that. It seems like it's kind of up your alley. Outside of Dragon Con and all that too. Lucas says the second Jimmy Fund lemon has been consumed. Thank you so much, Lucas, for offering. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Oh man, oh god, oh man. Here we go. Thank you so much for eating an entire ass lemon. Give or take some lemon pudding in support of the charity. We are still raising money for the Jimmy Fund, everyone. Goal still at 3 grand. Us having reached 2 grand for today. Cinder says, PAX Unplugged, baby. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for Sean. Mr. Shikadance is doing like a, oh god, is this standable or not game? There we go. Is doing like a Magic the Gathering night for people of all, like, kind of a commander night for people of all skill levels, especially for content creators that I'm gonna go to. So, I'm excited. Cinder says, got a dip. Gonna be peak streaming in like an hour, but you have a good game. Let's offline time about hangs later. Yeah, I'll talk to you at OS. Answer any questions you have. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? I kind of just want to go in here because then it's not rainy. But, I don't know if this is the move. This is definitely not, well, might be the move. No, it's not the move. Let's go this way. The move is a different direction. Aha. Maybe it's better to just, like, go up. Oh no, because that'll explode. This way, perhaps? And then if I can reach one of these vines. Does one of these vines go up? Yeah, it does. Heck yeah. So this is at least a little bit of forward progress. Back onto the mainland. Serena says, got a dip to watch my bestie Crest in their first AP. Crest is doing their first AP? Oh, hell yeah. Tell them I said congrats. And also, Palpatine's Fist, Palpatine's Fist says, what is streamer's favorite MTG color? Who, me? Or just in general? This sounds like the setup to a joke. Oh, no. There we go. Just chill here for a sec. On Paige's channel? Ah! Oh, me? My favorite MTG color? Green, but also I do like green and black. And King Daniel says, damn, no fair, I want to play with you. Aw, I'm sorry, Daniel. I mean, I'll be around. I am going to be spending the entirety of my PAX Unplugged sprinting around like it's Gen Con. It's getting busier and busier every year, but in like the best way. If anyone's going and you see me, please come say hi. Same with PAX Aus. Oh god, why isn't this standable? Please, please. No, no, no. Yes. Hell yeah. I don't think we're doing this in an hour. I just need to make it to the top, honestly. I just need to exist. Let me do, let me do this. I may as well use these. I think. Oh, no, not like that. Ugh. There we go. Sachi says do a flip. I've done way too many flips. The last flip killed me. Forget it. Was that the tree I was on? Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god, oh man. This is so not good for my health. Mental or otherwise. Lucas says blue. My 4 financial choices buying the cards will be your suffering. I am actually least... I don't know. I don't really like blue decks, to be honest. Not my favorite. Oh, was it up here that I was? Man, soloing the peak is... Turns out it's hard. Video games are hard, you guys. But San gifted a sub to Sachi. Thanks so much, San. And Ajax says, hey, Diana of the Lemon Rose. How's it going, Ajax? Good to see you. We also have Ajax who wants me to hydrate. I can do that. We also have some people saying hello over on TikTok. Oh, no, no! TikTok, I blame you for that. Hi, Dave, over on TikTok. Good to see you. God damn it. Ajax says it's my trademark when I join. I have no stamina now. You know what? We're restarting because I really want to be able to do this in an hour. And I don't know if it's gonna work well, but I'd rather do that than what if Bing Bong was real? Are you saying he's not? I've taken a picture with Bing Bong. Oh, it must be an ad, like a subtle ad for their stuffed animals because they're doing stuffed animals. Palatine's Fist says the abyss is calling. Oh gosh. Also, Dave says, wait, was that my fault? No, it was the person before you. You're so good, Dave. Also, welcome to the chat. We also have Bug who says, yeah, I'm excited to do my vlog. Hopefully to get some cool people in it too. Yeah, that's always fun. Here we go. And Notzer says, does that mean we have another hour of stream? Potentially, it depends on how well things go. I didn't realize we were so far into stream already. Time flies. Night Frost says, question, if you could summon one creature from any campaign that you could have as a pet IRL, what creature would you choose? I feel like there's an objectively useful answer here, actually. Some that I've had personally as part of a campaign, or that, like, exists. Because I'm not much of a player, and I haven't had any pets in any game. Posmodius! I did have Posmodius for Chains of Asmodeus one time. It was like a, not a displacer beast, but a very similar, like, hell creature. Something that looks like a displacer beast, but more of a, I don't know. I think it's more like a dog. Myodra says a teacup mimic. That'd be so cute. Nefra says that I've been in. Yeah, the only one I've been in that I've had a pet in, besides romancing Sachi's character, was having, I don't know if Sachi's still here. What a lame joke. Anyway, Posmodius from Chains of Asmodeus. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you gotta watch Maddie's channel on Sundays. Ugh, so good. It was functionally like a little, I got it by rolling on a carousing table, and then I just like, basically my character got blackout drunk in game, and then I woke up the next day. It was not a blink dog, it was like a custom creature, but yeah, I don't know, it was cute, and then some bad things happened, unfortunately. Oh no. Balloon, yes, perfect. Heck yeah, I'm gonna toss all this stuff in here. The balloon makes the backpack a lot lighter, you'll notice. I can't believe I didn't learn that earlier. Uncreative says, my character is a sun-eater owlbear familiar called Meatball. What is a sun-eater owlbear? That sounds amazing. Also, Ajax says, literally any color combo with green and or blue in it works for me. I feel that way about green and black. Like, I have a green and white deck, and it's fine, but I like green and black way better. It's just more punishing, and I feel like I don't have to think that much in order to make it work. And anytime I don't have to think is golden in my book. Oh, we went too far. We're going to take a breath, and we'll hop over here. Hup. And then we'll stand right here. We're gonna try and not burn any of our extra stamina, chat. Will it work? Fuck no. But we're at least trying. Ajax says we're having a nice conversation in your chat right now. Yeah, I mean, Peak is a very, like, brain-off game. So I can always, like, chat with you guys. It's a nice way to keep me occupied while I'm answering and chatting with you guys, which is always fun. Okay, this is where I took the energy drink last time. I don't have anything like that this time, so I fear I may have made a mistake. Let's try coming up here. This looks like it might be standable. Yes. Okay, so we're just gonna walk against the wall until we regain our stamina. And then we're gonna try and go up. Perfect. Look at this. We've memorized the route, chat. We're so good. We're doing great. Well, we've basically memorized it. Peak is also a very satisfying game, you know? Like, being able to do... It's almost like parkour and how you can do really awesome parkour-y things in... Oh gosh, what's the game that has the really satisfying movement that's like a battle royale? Apex. It's very similar to Apex in my head, as far as like being able to move around and navigate the world. Donkey Juice says, ah yes, green, the color of no think, just bonk. Indeed. And then we're gonna go here. This better be standable. I think I made that mistake last time, actually. We're gonna go this way. Yeah, because there's the ancient luggage that I decided I didn't want to open because it seemed cursed. So we're gonna head this way. We're gonna grab this little apple here. That's a red crisp berry, so it's legally distinct. And we're gonna head up this way. Sophisticated Dork says, here we go. Now I'm not on TikTok. Less distraction. Ah, welcome, welcome. Also, Fort Hero says this is like your Subway Surfer distraction. I mean, Kinda, actually. It's because, like, again, very brain off game. Dude, have you guys seen, do you guys remember the days of, like, Subway Surfer being on the bottom screen of, someone else's viral video and they just used it to, like, keep people's attention? What a dystopian way to go about social media that was. Oh my god, seeing that sort of stuff just made me feel bad about myself. And the fact that it was so common. It's like that and the people who pretended to be AI or pretended to be like robots. And they would do little like weird little motions or like chats in response to gifts on TikTok lives. Donkey says the days, so yesterday. Is that still a thing? I feel like it's dropped off. Maybe it's just my algorithm, actually. It's probably most likely. But I haven't seen it in a hot second. I do see people doing like cleaning videos though, still. It's kind of graduated from Subway Surfer. Maybe they just realized I'm almost in my 30s and they're like, you know what, she doesn't want Subway Surfer. You know what she wants? Scrub daddies. And so now I have that. Yeah, Yearbud Dank says they pretended to be NPCs. Exactly, the NPC people. Oh my god, that feels like so long ago. Didn't one of them like present an award at some big ceremony ages ago? Also, Sophisticated Dork says, what's Subway Surfer? It seems like a TMNT game. It's kind of in the same realm of games as, like, not Angry Birds, but more like Temple Run. It's like the modern day Temple Run. Oh my god, do you guys remember Flappy Bird and things like that too? We're just taking a horrifying trip down memory lane of just like all the terrible things the internet has done. Ugh, my stomach is still not doing well after all that lemon juice, by the way. Let's see. I think we found a faster way up, though. Nico says, I gotta head off soon because I gotta be up in 4 hours to catch the bus, but thanks for stream. Yeah, thanks for hopping in, Nico. And Dave says, I've been watching your content for a while. Welcome to Magic. And also, I've wanted to play D&D. You should. It's the same universe, same multiverse. So, you know, it's a small leap. Vito also says, I have to get going. Just want to say you do an amazing job. Thanks for making me smile and see you next time. I'll see you later, Vito. Thanks for hanging out. All right, this is good. This is good. I think we're doing this faster than last time. I should really get one of those, like, timers going. Ajax says you're playing Magic. I am. I got into it. DBCU, our lovely mod, has sent a ton of Magic cards my way, too. Specifically, like, Bloomborough and a bunch of cool things, like the Secret Layer drop that was done for Hispanic Heritage Month. And, yeah, so I've been getting into it. I have a Lathril deck. That was my starting commander. And then I also got... What's the Autumn Tide... Revel deck, the one with that witch lady that uses the coven mechanics. It's like a green and white deck. It's a bunch of humans essentially that all buff each other up, and it's from the Innistrad releases, I think. Ajax doesn't want to fight you, but we don't have enough physical cards. Yeah, it's you gotta really start with the commander deck, otherwise there's not a whole lot you can do, especially when it comes to commander, because collecting 100 cards on your own or just like hoping that you get enough lands and stuff through boosters is wild. Oh, Ford Hero says I love the chocolate card. Yeah, it was so good. It's that and like the Abuela that just makes it, what is it called? Thoughtful Provisioner, I think is what it's formally called, but the alternate art for that one, so fun. I love it a lot, honestly. That whole set is probably some of my favorite cards that I own. Unfortunately, I'm not good at like preserving the value of cards because I don't really intend to sell them very much. So I kind of just like, I don't really sleeve them that much. I should. I probably will at some point, but I don't really want this lantern. Yeah. I'll find that later. Nightfrost says, similar question. If you could summon one creature from a campaign that you've been in, but this time you can channel them as an avatar and take on some of their abilities IRL, what creature would you choose? Ooh. That in a campaign that I've played in? That's a very good question. I fought an undead kraken in my lawyer's game on Forgotten Paths. That's part of the podcast that you guys can watch. It was honestly really cool because it kept coming back to life. Because death was closed, essentially. Let's see. Dr. Matos Man says I sleeve mine just because it's gotten really expensive to play Magic. That's fair. Maybe I should sleeve mine. It just seems like so much work, and I don't like the way the sleeves feel, you know? I prefer the raw stuff. Here we are. Oh, I don't want this chain launcher just yet. How did I get up last time? I think I just went straight up the middle is what I said. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a go. Let's give it the old college try. Actually, wait. Hold on, we can bypass a lot of this by just going up this... This vine here is actually wildly convenient. Forget everything I just said. We're taking the shortcut. Here we are. Someone said, wait, phrasing? Oh god. In that I don't like the way the sleeves feel? Oh no. Oh god. Here we are. Someone's gonna make a mega compilation of just the innuendos I've done. It'd be like a 3-hour compilation, but... hold on, I gotta fix my TikTok live because it thinks I'm inactive. There we go. We're back. Oh no! Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't even see it! God fucking shit. No, let's go this way. Fuck this place. What was I talking about besides sleeves? Oh no, not the rain too. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm keeping a close eye on that thing. Are there any other vines I can use to like cheat my way up? Oh well. Natcha says that you prefer magic cards bareback. Oh my god. Also, HG says it'll be Diana's Uno the movie. God, what a deep cut. I remember Uno the movie. God, I used to be an Achievement Hunter fan back when they existed. Are they still a thing? Did they get like properly saved? Or did that get thrown out the window? It's always so wild too to see a company like that that had fully done its run, you know, in a very short span of time, because it's almost like a predictor of how my YouTube / content creation / just whatever career is gonna go, because everyone has their downfall eventually, right? It's inevitable, it's unavoidable. You either age out of your own demographic and you don't adapt, or you like burn out, or I don't know, any number of things. It could also just be algorithm changes, it could be platforms changing, the way TikTok has almost died like 17 times. And it's so interesting to have seen them start, attain meteoric fame, and then go bankrupt in, you know, my lifespan. It's just wild to think about. Ooh, can we go that way? Not easily. Let's go this way instead. Ooh, in fact, let's go specifically this way. This was a bad idea. Never mind. Let's go, I don't even want to be on there. Why am I... That's not the right place to go. That's not my goal. I'm going this way. Into the shelter. JX says, clusters of them still do things, and they've done a few things that got everyone, quote unquote, back together again. I think it's also a symptom of being a streamer or a YouTuber that's part of a group, is that the minute you go off and do your own thing, it's kind of like a death sentence in the vast majority of cases, right? Which is why I always recommend that people who are content creators never start being a content creator as a group, because everyone kind of thinks that they have this stuff to be able to go off and do it on their own and that they can leave anytime. But the reality is your audience won't follow you, and your audience size just won't ever really be comparable, you know? But I can only surmise how they're doing. I don't know them. I was at a party with some of them once at Gen Con, because they're into tabletops recently, and that's kind of like their new thing. So they went to the start playing party, but like I never once spoke to any of those folks. Oh, I guess except Liz, but let's see. Jayhawk says, unless you're Ray, he's done just fine leaving Achievement Hunter. That's true, but he was also kind of like one of the load-bearing pieces. At least to my tastes. Everyone's different. But yeah. Either way, it just goes to show how difficult streaming and content creation really is as like a career, as opposed to just like a job, you know, in that it, a lot of the time, unless you know exactly what you're doing, and no one really knows what they're doing because the state of the space changes so fast, it's difficult. And yeah, I don't know. This is a lot of more soapboxing with regards to content creation. I'm not trying to warn you guys off or anything. It's very fun. I like it. But again, I also still have my day job, so I have some privilege with that regard. I'm gonna wait out the rain. Let's see. Oh my god, Eli Hoover says, did anyone see Ned Fulmer trying to make a comeback? Yeah, I didn't watch it because I don't want to give him the views, but I saw clips of the podcast that he's doing with his, I guess, former wife, separated wife. I don't think they're exes or anything yet. I don't know. Separated doesn't mean divorced, but, yeah, it looked so uncomfortable. The clips that I saw, it was like, it seemed like a very private conversation or couples therapy, and it does not seem like it should have been a podcast, and it was uncomfortable to watch. That's all I'll say. And also he was like blaming society or something like that at one point, wasn't he? I don't know, man. They were just officially divorced like yesterday. I never really watched the Try Guys, so it wasn't really something that I'm And it's one of the few groups that I have no association with. I think I'm 1 degree removed away from them as far as like my friends work for them, but only one friend. And even it's like one of those 6 degrees thing where it's like, if you know of someone, then sure, I guess it counts. But it doesn't really count. I don't know anyone associated with them, and I don't know anything about them. I never really watched them. Kind of bypassed me. I was too busy watching like let's plays. So I was on the other side of YouTube in that sense. Can I climb up this at all? No. Damn it. Do I have any energy? I don't. And it's raining. Ah. But yeah. Let's see. Bug says one time instead of innuendo, I said in your endo, and I had to take a nap after that one. Also, HX says people with ADHD and charisma are my favorite. Oh, as far as like streamers and people like that to watch? Let's see. Can this stop? Zeus, can you chill the fuck out? Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna try this. Wow, I swear I was like pressing the up button that whole time. All right, I guess I'll go fuck myself and then go this way. Ah, goodness. Someone says streamers too, but also people in general. Ah, yeah, I honestly find that like a large part of streaming is being able to engage your audience in a decent enough way. So that's why I talk really fast and attend to as many like chats and chatters as I can. Ooh, let's try this actually. Go back down and go back up. Because otherwise, people lose interest. And so that's really like, I freely tell people that I think that's one of the major secrets to being a streamer is not just like ADHD. I don't have ADHD, but what I can do is think and talk fast, which gives that impression. And that is what people are searching for, is the connection. Ajax says the fast talking tickles my brain. I have heard that too. A lot of people are like, yeah, this not touches the ADHD, but it tickles, scratches the ADHD parts of their brain in a purely consensual and not at all weird way. Let's go this way. Let's see. And then Myodris has become a rapper before streamer. Got it. Honestly, I think like some form of, not speech therapy, but sort of, God, this is miserable. Should I just use my chain launcher? Well, I can go up that way and then up once the rain passes. But yeah, I feel like being a streamer also kind of helps you with your pronunciation and being able to like, I don't know, speed up those neurons, I guess, when it comes to specifically streaming. Damn it. I tried so much to like somehow launch a chain launcher. I know that's not how that works, but I tried. Fuck. All right, well, at least my outfit looks cute. Check out the like little, I look like I'm about to go gardening. I'm about to go plant some petunias. Well, now I just look pale. Damn it, 17 minutes. So in 17 minutes, we got through one biome, which does not bode well. Dang says, at least you did a flip. I did do a flip. And my address has with the can-can music in the background. Aichi said, did anyone else have a fun speech class in high school? I remember doing a fun one in how to spot people lying to you. No? Why didn't we have classes like that? That'd be so sick. Let me check on the donation progress in these last couple of minutes of this last stream for the Jimmy Fund. For those who are tuning in late, we are actually doing a fundraiser right now where we're trying to raise money for the Jimmy Fund, which is this organization that helps raise money for cancer research and then also contributes to people's quality of life while they're undergoing treatment. We had a goal of $3,000. We're $2,200 of the way there. Only a couple minutes left though. Thank you all so much to everyone who's donated so far. We do this fundraiser every single year and it means a lot to everyone involved, people on the team, because we're part of a kind of like a stream team, fundraising team. It means a lot to the people at the Jimmy Fund who do pop in and say hi. You guys got to say hi to them on Monday's stream. And yeah, it means a lot to me too. So thank you all so much for participating. Wait, she said that speech was inspired by a TED Talk of the same name. Did everyone have that one TED Talk when they were in early college? And I'm hoping, or like maybe late high school. And if you're not in early college or late high school or at least 18, you probably shouldn't be on the stream, by the way. So sorry. But speaking to, it was like about almost like business in a sense, but it was about power posing. There were two TED Talks that I watched a lot as a kid as part of assignments. It was one on power posing and it was one on that dude who made a meta TikTok about, a meta TED Talk about how to do the perfect TED Talk or how to give the perfect speech. Yeah, the Wonder Woman pose. God. I mean, she's not wrong, right? But like, man. I also watched one about how we evolved from like sea gorillas or something like that. Sea chimpanzees, aquatic chimpanzees. Filibuster says, is she playing alone? Yeah, I was trying to go for the solo badge. It didn't work. It was rough. Anyway, we're at time, so I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and say goodbye to y'all, especially those on TikTok. It was lovely having you. Aquatic apes, that's it. Movable rod, got it. God, that lady was wild. But thank you so much. If you're watching on TikTok, I will be back live on YouTube exclusively on, especially on mobile. If you guys wanted to watch there, it's over on the YouTube channel, Diana the Rose. That'll be at 5 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow. And it's only like a half-hour stream, but it's just a nice time to chat. And then for those who are on YouTube and Twitch right now, I will see you guys for Twitch next Monday. And then for those on YouTube, I'll see you tomorrow for our YouTube exclusive Thursday stream. So that'll be at 5 o'clock till about 5:30-ish. For right now, though, if you're watching on Twitch, let me send you over to, let's see, who's streaming right now? Someone was streaming. Ooh. Oh man, there's a lot of people streaming. What is happening? What a crazy day. Let me send you guys over to... It's probably annoying. I should probably stop that. I swear Cinder... Oh, wait. Cinder would have been on in a couple of hours. Oh, Thomas. Duh. I can send you guys to Thomas. Thomas Susana is one of the people who got me into the streaming side of things for the Jimmy Fund. Amazing human being and our team captain for Our Sales Mean Life. He's the one who created the giant wooden DM screen for me and created Barley the Bear's cutting board, as well as cutting boards for a bunch of other streamers around the space. He is an absolute delight and a wonderful human being and one of the brighter parts of the community. So go say hi. Yeah, feel free to ask him questions about woodworking. He's a super talented woodworker. So I'll send you guys his way. In the meantime, I will see you guys back again on Monday, as mentioned before. And thank you guys so much again for everything. I love you all. Bye-bye.